Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this unseen video. We got a few bits to get our teeth into, including some interesting Wyatt Sicks bits. But we're going to start with this because it does relate to Raw. And honestly, I didn't notice this at the time, but many of you did. This is when Rhea is looking back at the ring. And actually, there's a moment in the ring where Jey puts his hand up like, call me. Because we know that Jey was interested in Rhea. He wanted to know if she was single, ready to mingle. And so we got this really fun moment here where she looks back at the ring after Jey has just beat Dominik. And Jey's like, yeah, call me. So I thought that was really fun. And he spoke about Rhea in his post-Raw interview as well, which was really good. He also posted this, like, Jey, what are you doing? Says Chloe. So here, look, there's Jey, there's Rhea, there's Dominik standing in the background, tagging Dominik in it. That coming from Jey Uso's actual Instagram account. So Jey was having a great time with this. And as we said afterwards, he again said, call me. He was like, I think she deserves better. If she needs a shoulder to cry on, then holler at your Us. You know what I'm saying? We can take it slow. We can go to Waffle House. So he was having a chat with Jackie Redmond. And she was asking him what would he order and all this kind of stuff. If you haven't seen the Raw Talk interview with Jey after Raw, it is very, very good. So there we go. Jey Uso not backing down, still seemingly very interested in Rhea Ripley. So let's go over to the Wyatt Sicks, shall we? And I'm actually going to do something which is probably going to get this video demonetized, right? I'm actually going to play you a clip, an audio clip that is from the Rowan interview, right? It's very, very short, but I think you need to hear it when we get to the point we're going to be talking about, right? Because I'll be honest with you, this passed me by. It did pass me by, so we will get to that in a bit. So here, Matt says, the entrance of the Sicks on Monday. I think the fog is actually clouds. Stars are in the sky. That's what we thought the Fireflies were. That roar, like a train sound, could be thunder. And you can see what looks like lightning, maybe a thunderstorm. Maybe it's supposed to portray heaven and doing God's work. Just a thought. Well, do you know what? I mean, I feel you could be onto something there in the sense of maybe they are trying to give that kind of otherworldly feel with the smoke and the kind of lights in the background. I don't know that it's meant to portray heaven, but it's a very interesting thought. What are they trying to create? Maybe it is just an atmosphere. Maybe it's like just atmosphere. It's not anything that they're trying to define. But I thought that was a very interesting thought. That's the way that it came across to Matt. And it's an excellent entrance. I really love it. This has been sent out by Nikki on Instagram, apparently. So Bailey said, I remember a theory that I saw a while back. The Nightbird is for Alexa, and Nikki has posted this picture on her Insta story. Is this the start of the Alexa teases? Because Nikki was tag champs with Alexa, so it would make sense for Nikki to start the teases. So yeah, that is true. The Pluto symbol was thought to connect with Bo. The Nightbird symbol was thought to connect to Alexa. So I would say anything like this is worth noting, worth recognizing. So something to keep an eye on. And then we've got this, right? And this is the bit you're going to need me to play the audio for. So John said, I've got a theory about the person asking the questions on Eric Rowan's video. To me, it sounds feminine. I think it's Alexa that's posing them. There was other people getting in touch going, is that a female voice? Is it Nikki? Is it the therapist? Like any female you can imagine was being kind of theorized, you know, is it this person? Is it that person? I will admit this passed me by. I think I was caught up in the emotion of what Rowan was saying. I could hear the distortion on the voice, but actually if you go back and listen to it, it does sound different to Bo. I do agree. I've got it here, right? So this is, you'll hear the question. Just listen to it. Does this sound like Bo?
How does that make you feel?
I know it's not the loudest, right? I mean, that was just a little clip of it. I'll try and run it again. Hopefully it comes across. Is this Bo?
How does that make you feel?
I mean, I can't really identify it. I mean, I feel like it doesn't sound like Bo to me, but it doesn't sound like Alexa or Nikki either. But then there is a distortion on the voice, isn't there? I'll do it one more time.
That make you
Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Here we go.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that makes me feel. So, yeah. Interesting. Could it be that they just didn't have Bo? They needed someone else to stand in? I mean, I don't know. I can totally understand why people are asking questions about the voice. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on that one. Right. Let's go to WWE. I don't think there's loads in these folders, but let's have a look. See, oh, actually, I stand corrected. There are loads. Oh, that's because I've been adding stuff for a few days. So here is Stephanie Vaquer, right? I believe that's how you pronounce her name. This was a little video WWE put out because she competed at the weekend. She is the new signing, and she's going to NXT. And they put this out a few days ago of her just walking backstage, got over 2 million views. Like, they're really building this girl up as being something you need to be aware of. They're not like hyping her up like Jade, but you know, I mean, the fact that she like signed last week and then she's already doing Mexican house shows. But then it does make sense because people in Mexico, she's a star there. They know of her. So maybe they wouldn't have moved as quick if they weren't Mexican house shows. But either way, WWE put in this 16-second clip out of her just walking backstage. Got viewed over 2 million times. She's coming to NXT. She was mentioned by Roxanne Perez tonight. And she is definitely going to be someone to keep an eye out for. So here we've got her making her way out. I wonder if we can just play the music. Here we go. Can you hear the music playing there? It's not. That's just a little taste, a little sample of what her theme sounds like. It's not like this big rock thunderous kind of sound. You know, they've gone with a bit of a different vibe for her. So I don't know what her theme was before. Perhaps it was that. Perhaps they haven't created a new theme, or perhaps that is her new theme. I don't know. The whole thing will have had to have been brought together very, very quickly because she was signed not that long ago. So Master Taker, shout out to you. We've also got this. This is footage of her competing. Oh, no, we've got that coming up. This is Liv. So Dominik let Liv introduce him. And what I would say is what happens on house shows can sort of stay on house shows. So this is Liv.
The man coming out next. He is the real daddy of the Mysterio family. And he is the most gorgeous man in Mexico City. Everyone, please put your hands together for my puppy, Dominik Mysterio!
So there we go. She introduces Dominik. I didn't see if he was all right with it. The video cuts off. But she introduces Dominik. Again, don't know if he was okay with that. This suggests that he was. But as we've said, what happens on these house shows sort of stays on the house shows. Obviously, we've had a development on all of that with what happened on Raw. This was the weekend just gone. Here's Anthony with the good noodles. Do you remember we were looking at this? So you get stars for doing good things, you lose stars for doing bad things. Anthony is rather fond of Tatum, who is got 4 rows of stars. Carmen kind of catching up. We've got a few that are into like negative stars as well, but Ava loved this. She was a big fan of the good noodles. And we looked at these a little while ago. Anthony actually got in touch to say, some peeps let me know that this was featured on Wrestling Days, and I want to say that's pretty cool. Never thought this stuff would be popular. Grateful to be making it weekly. Thank you. So there we go. Love it. Yeah, awesome. It's brought a big smile to many people's faces, and that is the current standing of the NXT Good Noodles. Where's Thea, actually? Thea's doing all right. Right, here we go. This is the footage I thought it was. This is Stephanie Vaquer battling away with Isla Dawn. So there you can see like a draping armbar. I believe this was maybe from the Saturday. She does compete again on the Sunday, going for the cover and kick out there by Isla. And you can see just a little glimpse. This coming from fan footage, of course. But just a little glimpse of what she's going to be bringing. No stranger to springboarding off the ropes. Look at that. She gets up really well. Very agile. And a lot of excitement. People are genuinely excited about her. Tiffany tried to cash in. Here we go. I mean, it wasn't much of a cash-in attempt, but she did come down and, she had that moment where I'm going to do it. And Bianca actually stopped her from cashing in. So it's kind of interesting. We know that Bianca and Bayley are not BFFs. So sort of interesting. Here was Dominik Mysterio getting insane heat in Mexico. Loud blues, man, loud. I don't think it was very polite. So there we go. Booker T says that he's interested in having a match in the future. He said, I'm never going to retire. I'm definitely going to get back in the ring at some point in time to do something. But it's going to be here in Reality of Wrestling or in Saudi. So it'll either be in his promotion or WWE in Saudi. But he's very interested in one more match. That was on Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Right, what have we got here? WWE is taping next week's Smackdown on Friday. So basically this Friday we get the show live, and then afterwards they tape the next episode. That's because they're going to be in Japan doing a tour the following week. So you're going to have to try and avoid spoilers. The only thing I would say is we've done this enough times now where they tend to throw a little surprise in backstage. So the results will be spoiled, but it's still worth checking out Smackdown because all them backstage segments that we don't get to see or won't be spoiled, they'll get added after. So it's not like everything from the show is spoiled. It's just the match results. But all the drama that happens backstage, all of that stuff, they tend to throw in a few little bits for us to make it still worth tuning in for. So, but it is always a downer when the show is recorded. Right, here's Triple H. He said, I'm excited. Also, Mark, thank you. Excited to have my friend Jelly Roll. Friend. friend. Back with 2 official SummerSlam theme songs. Dead End Road off Twisters, the album, and Liar off his album coming this fall. So there we go. Jelly Roll is got a couple of tracks. One of them called Liar. TJF, shout out to you. TJF again said he's not helping himself. Apparently Dom posted this picture on his Instagram. The guy's an idiot. I mean, he's asking for trouble really here. Look at this top as well that Liv's wearing. That top, crazy. It was made to look that way. We'll look at it in a bit. So Dom posted that on Instagram. Oh yeah, NXT, look at this. So obviously we've got MSK back together and Rascals and everything. They were seen having a chat with Nathan and Axiom. That got people very excited at the end of NXT, thinking that we could get, what a match, MSK against Nathan Frazier and Axiom. What a match that would be. This is what friendship feels like, said Tatum Paxley. And Wendy Choo said, I have more decapitated dolls. Slumber party. Do you fancy a slumber party? So there we go, Wendy. I mean, I would say that I'd be interested in going to their slumber party, but I don't know that I would be interested in going to their slumber party because they're playing with decapitated dolls. And they sort of, I don't know that I would survive. So there we go, Wendy Choo and Tatum. A strange union. Charlotte Flair responding to Roxanne Perez, who had a few words about Charlotte. Charlotte said, you almost had it right. It's been 11 times, but thank you. I really do have the best fans. Keep doing your thing. We will meet in the ring one day. I'm sure of it. So what a day that'll be. Roxanne Perez against Charlotte Flair. Now, this was interesting from Cody. Cody said, how my AEW run ended was terrible. Really. And people are going to write books later on. And these stories are going to get out there. And then it's going to be a whole new ball game. Regardless of any petty squabbles, I will always have love for it. I got to wrestle Brody Lee's final match. I got to lead people, young people behind the scenes. I will always have a love for it. So it's really interesting. I believe there is an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. I believe there were like little petty arguments behind the scenes. And I think I heard as well, he wasn't massively appreciative of, in the Young Bucks book, it being reported he was the last to sign. Because it sort of implies that he was never really on board, or other people had done the work and he signed last. You know, he was kind of always just tagging on. And I don't think he appreciated that, because he was at the forefront of helping actually to put AEW together. So saying that he was the last to sign, I think... I don't know that they meant anything by it, but he was like, didn't like it. And I don't know what the petty arguments are, but I'm sure they will come out. So Cody implying that there's things that have gone down that we just don't know about yet. So very interesting. And here, Chelsea, this is from Fightful. So Chelsea wants to be the female Miz, which does seem a little bit strange, but she kind of goes into it to say she wants everything. She wants to be on reality TV shows. She wants to be in like comedy segments. She wants to, you know, be a world champion. Like, if you think about it, the Miz has sort of done it all. He has sort of done it all. He might not be looked at as like this super credible, multiple time champion main eventer, even though he has main evented. He's main evented WrestleMania. He's been a world champion. I don't think the fans really view him that way. But, you know, his impact is undeniable. And he will go down. He will go in the Hall of Fame. I've no doubt about that. And, you know, it's one of those where when he's gone, we'll probably miss him, in all fairness. And Chelsea is saying, mark my words, I will be the female Miz. She wants to do all of that kind of, not only in-ring stuff, but the reality stuff outside the ring. Which she would be brilliant at that if they, and I'm sure she will. You know, she's so over. I could see that happening for her. Right, WWE Shop have got a new Iyo Sky shirt. Don't forget, you can click on the link in the description to get to WWE Shop or save 15% in Euroshop using the Days 15 codes. And Iyo Sky has got a new tee available. It looks quite nice, actually. I genuinely don't mind that. I think I would probably have... Well, I suppose you've got to have it say Iyo Sky. But I think I'd rather it didn't say that and it just had, like, her face sort of in the background. Sort of, like, in the shadows a little bit with that Japanese writing over the top. Maybe the first line could have said Iyo Sky or something like that. But it's cool. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that. So that was the WWE folder. We got a fun folder that I think's got a few bits in. So, there, look at this. This is Rhea Ripley's action figure collection. So loads of, like, her at the bottom. She's got a Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Rodriguez, but I believe it was Gonzalez when this figure came out, which was a bit strange that she's got that. I mean, that was a great feud that those two had. So, I don't know, perhaps she's just paying a bit of respect there. Another one over here, but she's got Dirty Dom, and she's got Damien. And I think if we click up here, look, there's Buddy Matthews. There, look, do you know, I looked at this and I was like, I wonder how Buddy feels about this Rhea figure putting her hand on Dom's shoulder. There's young Dom as well, and she's got the Rhea pop vinyl. So this is the collection on the shelves in her home, which is just really fun to actually look at WWE Superstar collections, their own collections. It's not the biggest. It doesn't need to be. It ticks all the boxes. It's all her figures. She's got the one of her husband as well. But I do love the fact that the one Rhea figure has got her hand on the shoulder of Dominik. I did like that. Liv said, watching Daddy Dom finally beat his deadbeat dad. Look, goosebumps. Goosebumps. So she enjoyed that. This was a little bit strange. So Edward said, who knew that these two were together? They look happy. And this would be good for Unseen. This is a bit strange, but listen. Couples are going to do what couples do.
My boyfriend and I make crazy characters, and I think they're really cool, so I want to share them with you guys. We start out with pencil drawings, and then we go into Procreate and make them all fancy. Basically, one person starts out with a body part, and then the next person adds on, and we go back and forth till we have a full character. He started out with a wheel, so then I added whatever that is, and then he added a head, we added some clothes, gave him some personality. At the end, we name them, give them a little bit of a backstory. And this is what we ended up with, a unicycle gymnast guy? I don't know, I think he's pretty cool, but I can't wait to put him in Procreate.
Why don't they just have sex? Right, here we've got Kairi Sane. She's selling an ice cream. I don't know what's going on. She says, like, pirate, yes please, to yes please, ice cream. So there we go. That is quite the transformation. I don't know that this is what she does now, but maybe she does it in her spare time. Why doesn't she just have sex? I mean, I don't understand. Then we've got this. Look, baby chicken. Baby chicken. Wrestling World CC said Cody Rhodes came face to face with the rubber chicken again. I mean, not quite, because clearly that's tiny and that one's much bigger. So unless, like, it went in a washing machine and shrunk. But it is kind of fun that, I don't know, did someone throw that one in the ring now? So there we go. There's the giant rubber chicken. There's its younger brother. So there we go. Yeah, this was interesting.
We are totally winning this because I am not getting pied in the face. I'm not.
Is this Candice? I don't think that's Candice. I keep looking at that thinking, is that Candice? I don't think that is Candice. Is that Candice? Is that Candice?
We are totally winning this because I am not getting pied in the face.
I'm not getting pied either. No, have you seen this hair? No.
Have you seen this hair?
John, you do that, man?
No way.
We are very excited to pie them in the face because we have 100% success rate on winning this challenge today.
That is not true.
You're using Steiner math, right? My name's Breaker, so.
We are totally winning.
I do like that. That is not Candice, is it? That's some sort of boomer that's from outside of wrestling. Imagine being outside of wrestling. And she might be a celebrity. I don't know. I don't know who she is. So, Mark, shout out to you. Yeah, this is great. Coach Co, check out Akira in this, right? Look at this. They're doing all of this. He's copying it in the background, doing the birds. Hip, hip. He's right with them, isn't he? Yeah, little bit of that, little bit of that. So there's Akira, just trying his best, really. I mean, you've got to give him A for effort, you know. I like the fact that, I don't know if you noticed, he does sort of lose it and he sort of improvises at the end, but fair play. Alan said this is a completely different person. Yeah, check this out. Oba Femi, right? This was when it was on NXT Level Up. And this might take you by surprise.
I'm joined now by new NXT superstar, Oba Femi. Tonight, you make your NXT Level Up debut. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, I'm very excited to be making my debut on Level Up. I've worked very hard to get on the show. Now I'm finally here. This shows that my dedication finally paid off. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. I had a full scholarship to come to the US and throw the shot put for the University of Alabama. And now I've kind of moved from throwing the shot put to...
What? Why do they make them put on these fake accents? Do you know what I mean? Like, Apollo was having to do that fake Nigerian accent. Now, clearly, they've got Oba doing a fake Nigerian accent. And that's his normal talking voice. So, it's kind of surprising, isn't it? Do you remember I said, remember this? That's why she looks so wet, said TJF. So Wrestling World CC said Liv Morgan showed off her custom top that was designed to look like it was wet. It wasn't actually wet, but the way that it's the fabric and everything, the way it's made, it looks wet. That's really good, isn't it? That's really clever. So it looks like it's wet, but it's not really. It's all just normal. It's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. There we go. There's the good noodles. So good, I added it twice. And let's just enjoy this from... And we're there we go. Look at this. Look at him go. What a feast. Make sure you cool off Creed style, says Otis. He does. He's drawing me in. Yeah. Ooh. That guy can't even look. Do you see him in the background? Couldn't even flipping look. That goes on for 57 long seconds. So there we go. There's Otis living his best life. And then we've just got this. I was going to fill this folder with loads of stuff, but to be honest, I didn't. So here we've got Sean Ross Sapp saying, very cool, a wrestling documentary about the Dorton Arena. So this is all about Jim Crockett era pro wrestling. It's a new documentary going back to the territories, and it's going to be going on PBS. So that should be a very interesting and educational watch. There we go. That was today's Unseen. Not loads of stuff, but lots of little bits and things from the past few days. Obviously, we'll be back later with another Unseen, so hopefully we've got loads of stuff that happens today. Whatever goes down, we'll have a video for it. Appreciate the support as always, my friends. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.